has raised money for candy cubes. So she's selling candy cubes at the school. So now she has to ship them. Consider the box below, Peppa's box, and the box on your desk. How many 1 by 1 inch cubes will fit into the box that Peppa has? And her box is 4 inches by 4 inches by 3 inches. And how many 1 by 1 cubes will fit into the box that you have? That's why I asked you to get a ruler so you can measure your box. All right, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You're going to discuss with your neighbors while talking. I know we all want to cut in silence. There we go. All right, let's begin. What are we talking about? So we see our box. Have we measured our box? We get 16 multiplied by 4. Where did we get 16? Where did we get 4?
What goes in there?
You're comparing yours to Peppa's. So Peppa is 4 inches by 4 inches by 3. And yours, I don't know. Did you get a ruler to measure it? I'll bring you one. Don't worry about it. So where did we get the 16 and the 4?
You have 16 and 12.
We have 16. She has 16 squares. You say she has 16 squares? And then where did we get the 4?
I think.
So we have
If
16
you put,
squares.
if you put 4 more down over square,
It's in layers.
the box is going to be
Okay. So my question is, do we have room for 4 more layers? Or do we have
I think 4 and down, so 3 more.
3 more layers? So we
Fill
would
it
do
up
16
more than what it
times.
has right now.
3. Yes, ma'am.
I think it's
What are we talking about? Yeah, so how many do you think is going to fit in Peppa's?
in the box.
In the box.
In the box?
In the box.
Okay, I think in the box.
Mhm. What did we do? Are you counting each square?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 times 4.
So right now there's,
16.
well, no.
The 16 inside.
There's 16 in the box,
Yeah,
okay.
in the box. Right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
16 times 3.
16 times 3 is?
16 times 3 is
16 and 3. So let's start with the first problem here. You have 6 times 3,
6 times 3 is
18. So we bring down the 8 and carry the 1, and then 3 times 1 plus 1. So we bring down the 4, so we have 4 and 8,
48.
48.
So 48 boxes.
Yeah?
48.
Alright.
48.
What about your box? Do you know how many inches long is your box? Have you measured it yet? So you have a base, these are your bases, and then you have a height, the distance between your bases. how long this is and how long this is. Find that area. And then how long this is. What do you think? Easy. Okay, for those who are finishing, I do have those blues. So if you're finished cutting and you want to fold, you are very welcome to do so. Only a little bit of a drop. Oh, this is so fascinating. You only need a little bit of each glue. So whether or not you use the hot glue or whether or not you use the glue stick, you only need a little bit. And before you glue your box, write your name somewhere on it. So good job. I heard a lot of great things. So we had this group over here that said that they were going to do 16, and initially they thought they were going to add 4 more. But we saw that the box was up. If you can hear my voice clap once, hear my voice clap twice. I'm talking. Thank you. All right. So we had this group earlier up here. They were talking about how there was currently 16 in the box, and they would add 4 more rows. Upon second look, they saw they only had space for 3 more rows. They eventually got to multiply it by 3. Good job. We had this group over here. They were discussing first how they would get the base and how they would multiply it by 3 as well. Did anybody measure their box? So how wide is your box and how tall and how long?
6
Are we reading inches or centimeters? So let's read inches. How many inches?
How are we supposed to make the box then?
Oh, you have to fold.
You would fold them along the dotted lines.
2.5.
2.5.
Inches.
2.5 inches by 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So how many would I be able to fit? And we cannot put half in there. So let's round it down to 2. So 2 by 2 by 2. How many 1-inch cubes would I be able to fit?
40.
Hmm? What's 2 times 2? 8. Yes, 8. 2 times 2 is 4, and then your height is 2. 8. Good job. You guys are doing great. All right, so today we're learning how to find the volume of right prisms and composite prisms. So composite prisms are 2 different prisms that have been put together. So like our house, we have a rectangular prism bottom and a triangular prism top. And a right prism is a prism where 2 of the bases are the same shape. So here for this first prism, what's the shape of our base? Triangular. The second prism, what's the shape of our base? Circular. In this prism, what's the shape of our base? Rectangular. Good job. Do we know how to find the area of all those shapes?
Yeah.
Yes? Yay. Peppa is thoroughly impressed with all of you. Good job. And we're going to go back to reconsider this cardboard box. Peppa said that there's a formula you can use. I'm sorry? Peppa is what? Peppa is extremely intelligent. 6-year-olds can do math.
I know, but most of
Huh?
I know, but most of the times I'm not.
Well, Peppa's not just any 6-year-old.
She's a pig.
Peppa is a genius. I wasn't going to say a pig. Peppa is a genius. So let's reconsider our box. Peppa believes that there's a formula that you can use to make this faster. Peppa believes that if you find the area of the base and you multiply it by the height of your prism, you can find the volume. She also said she learned this in 5th grade. Did you learn this in 5th grade?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You don't remember? What about 6th grade? Did we learn volume in 6th grade?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we learned it somewhere. In our box,
Yeah.
4 Our box was 4 inches long and 4 inches wide. That is our base. When we multiply that together, we got 16. And then the height of our box. The distance between our two bases is our height. We learned that with cylinders. Our height is 3. We multiply 16 by 3, and Peppa came up with 48. Raise your hand if you also came up with 48 when you first did the math. Good job. So Peppa's gonna walk us through these steps. So Peppa has a new cardboard box, and she wants us to use the formula. The formula is B times H. Big B stands for base of your area. And H stands for your height. Yes, sir. Oh, you wanted to tell me? Got you next time. I got you next time. Okay. So she says we're going to use the following steps. Peppa tells me that the first thing I need to do is identify the shape of my base and the equation. So the shape of my base is 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 by 4. That is a rectangle. What's the equation to find the area of a rectangle? Base times height or length times width? Yes. Yes. All right. She then tells me that I have to calculate the area of the base. So my length is 4, and my width is 3. So 4 times 3. That equals 12. Good job. Step 3. Peppa tells me I must now multiply the area of the base, big B, by the height, little h. So I have big B. Big B is 12. Christopher, what's the height? Remember that. Yes, ma'am?
I don't know how to
5. Huh?
I don't know how to make it.
Okay, I'll come help you. So our height is 5. And I know that 12 times 5 is, we know our multiples of our 5s, yes?
60.
60. Good job. Peppa has walked me through this. What do you think 12 and 5 represent in this multiplication property? What does 12 represent? Yes, Camilla.
The base and the height.
The base and the height. Which one's the base and the height?
The base is 12
The base is 12
and the height
And-
is 5.
and the height is 5. Good job. The area of our base is 12 and the height of our prism is 5. Now, Peppa wants you to walk me through these steps. So step 1, identify the shape of the base. Maria, what's the shape of the base? What's the shape of the base?
¿Cuál es la forma de esa calle?
Triangle, yes. Thank you, Lucy. And Brian, do you know how we find the area of a triangle? What are we dividing by 2? Base times height. Good job. Awesome. Now, Jaden, help me calculate the area of the base. What's my base in the triangle?
I can't see
6. And then my height
8.
times 8. So what's 6 times 8, Jaden?
I get
Absolutely. Rosemary, do you know? Thank you. She forgot.
48.
48. And then 48 divided by 2? 24. So the area of my base is 24. Good job. Now, Peppa says I must multiply the area of my base, 24, times the height. Rosemary, what's the height? It's the distance between our two bases. 12. Good job. And anyone, what is 12 times 24? 12 times 24. 288. And volume is measured in special units. We have 3 inches. What is x times x times x?
3x.
Not 3x. X what? X to the what?
Power 2.
X to the power of 3.
Oh, 3.
So inches times inches times inches is inches to the power of what? 3. 288 inches cubed. Awesome. Now, I want to see what you know. I'm going to bring around a sticky note. You're going to write your name on the back of your sticky note. And you're going to do your problem on the front. And I'm going to come around in 2 minutes and pick up the sticky note. So write your name on the back and solve the problem on the front. We would like you to find the volume of the triangular prism below. Your base is 4. The height of your triangle is 6. And the height of your prism is 8. And I'm telling you this because it's a little blurry here. Okay? So you write your name on the back of your sticky note. And when you solve the problem on the front, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. And then while you guys are doing that, I'm going to come around and help you glue your boxes. So while you're doing that, I'm going to help you glue your boxes, okay? You already did it. Okay, so those two pens, I'm going to come out and help you. You're welcome. Jamie, yours is over there. You already did it already. Can you help me? You doesn't need help glue? Oops. Nancy, let's do it really quick. Oh, you already did. All right, I can help you. All right, so if you're already glued, try to solve the problem on the board. You got 2 minutes. I'm going to come around and help people glue. Yes, you may get a calculator. Please, I would like to know that you know the equation to the area of the base. Does anybody need help with glue? Want me to get you one? Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead. Does anybody need help with glue? We are finding the volume of the triangular prism. And I am coming around to glue. That was a fast 2 minutes. Continue to work. Good job. Yes, name on the back, work on the front.
Pues deben de, así como en ese ejemplo que está allí, creo que es la B es igual a 4, H es igual a 6 y
No, she put it in the back.
Where you at? Everybody up here get glue? Anybody else need glue? Yes. Here. Thank you. So Chris, I hear you talking. What are you saying?
We have to write base equals 4.
Base equals 4. Which base?
The base of the triangle
Base of the triangle. So we're trying to find the area of.
of the we're finding the area of the triangle.
Of the triangle, yes. So remember to earlier in the class when Brian told us the equation for the area of a triangle. If you're ready for me to pick up, just hold a big sticky note. Where's the prison design? We're trying to find the height of the prison. That's the height.
So we have to multiply.
So first we need to find the area of the triangle. How do we do that? So think about earlier in class. Brian, do you want to remind us how we find the area of a triangle? Base and height of the triangle divided by 2. So let's think about our triangle. So this doesn't exist right now. Our triangle. We have our base and our height.
You multiply again.
So tienen que multiplicar por
Divided by 2. So how long is the prison? So you would take the area of your base, you only need 1, so you would multiply it by the length of your prison.
12.
No,
24 divided by
You ready? All right, Brian, once you have that, bring it to me. So you have the area of your base. And now what do we do? What do we do? Select the area of your base.
I did 4 times 6.
Mira, tengo que multiplicar. After B.
Let's see what Pepper says.
But estaba hablando de los dos allá.
So the common question is, what happens after I have the area of the base? What is the step after calculating the area of the base? So you are all on step 3. What's step 4?
So 12 times 3.
Yes.
Oh.
So we have, we're doing the triangle first. So you need to find the area of the triangle. You ready? 12 times 8. Right answer. Right answer.
Ok, entonces tenemos que multiplicar 6 y 4 y luego
No,
dividir
no, no, no.
y luego esa respuesta lo multiplicas por 8.
Okay, so you have that. Now, that's your big B. Grande B. H, 8. So grande B por 8.
8, 6 por 4.
12 por 8.
24. Ajá. Y después lo divides por 2. Esos son 12. 12.
Por
Ahora
8.
lo multiplicamos por el 6. El 8.
And that.
12 por 8.
Where's your? Can you hand me the casino, please?
Sí.
You put your name on it. With your cube, you put your name on it. You can leave it on my shelf, or you can take it with you. You did. Good job. Good job. Thank you.
I did wrong. Triángulo de cuatro. Por la altura. Que es 6.
I appreciate you thinking about me.
Ah, ok, ok. Total,
I know for your math. I'm not accepting anything without your work shown.
Entonces se lo divides 24 dividido por 2, 12 por 8.
Thank you.
Gracias, Brian.
You ready?
Era un color. Era un color.
Thank you. So that's your big B. So the equation is big B.
No,
So this, that's big B.
ponle tu nombre atrás.
Alright, we get our H from the length of the, Lynn, we get our H from the distance between the base. So our H is 8. So big B, and I have a question as we're getting this. So what would happen if I wanted to find the volume of a composite area of one that had a bottom that was a rectangular prism and one that had a top that was a triangular prism, how would I do that? What would I do? How would I find the volume of a composite shape? Two shapes. Of them together or separately?
Together.
If they were the same shape, maybe.
Separately.
Yes, separately. Awesome. We're gonna get ready to go for lunch. You guys have an exit ticket for today. So on this ticket, this is how you get out today. It is exit 1. You have composite shape, you have a barn. I need the volume of both shapes. No, ma'am. No. Once we're done with the scissors, let's put them away. We're going to thank Ms. Manning Lady for letting us borrow. I'm giving you your exit ticket. It is due at the end of the class. We're going to clean up and get ready for lunch. I still need your sticky notes. Are you okay? So you have first contact with 6 times 4. 6 times 4.
Yo creo que tienen card. No, el triángulo y después el
Work by 2. All right, make sure your name is on it. You're welcome.
Para salir de la clase.
Entonces, 4 por 5, después solo divide entre 2 y después lo que te da lo multiplica por 5.
Thank you.
4 por 5, después divide por 2, 10, y después 10 y después lo multiplica por 10.
All right, make sure on the exit ticket you answer all 4 questions.
A 10.
Sí, eso mismo no sé con el
Yeah.
Yo no puedo por 10, por 20.
Make sure on the exit ticket you answer all 4 questions.
4 multiplicado por 5, 20 dividido entre 2, que son 10.